Good morning. It's Tuesday, June 7th, 2022. My name is Terry Morgan. We are here to practice Xingyi. We have Xingyi's 12 Animals, the last of the new material, monkey. And we worked on it a little bit yesterday. We're going to work on it a little bit more today. The idea that we want to use, the thing that we want to pay attention to as we're practicing today, is this idea of the nature and the intent behind what it is we're doing. And so as we're moving, this is not wave your hands in the air, right? There's an application behind what we're doing. And we want to pay attention to that to the point that we understand what it is we're doing, right? And we understand what comes next. That sense of connection and that sense of how do I use this is going to be my focus today. I'll put the coffee down. We started. And just for we get started right now. Feet about shoulder width apart. We're going to do basic stretches. Next month, July, I will start Bagua. So we're going to finish Xingyi. This is monkey. It is the last of the new material. A couple of review sessions, and then after that's done, I will be putting together some additional material for people to study, and I will be recording. I've said this many times, it's still on my list. I will be recording the full form, end to end, so that it's possible to see it all together without the little breaks. The same as we worked on the individual 5 elements in Xingyi's basic punches: metal, water, wood, fire, and earth. We have similar idea behind the 12 animals. We have each of the 12 animals and we put them together. Now, I did not teach the 12 animals individually. I showed a couple things, but I did not teach them individually. That may happen later. Not right now. Right now we're going to do basic stretch. Feet about shoulder width apart. Open the arms, wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, bend the knees. Pull up through the crown of the head. Shoulders down. Hands circle to the front. Back around to both sides. Up along the center line. Reach out. Again, stretch out, reach out over the legs, bend the knees, open the hips, support through the abs. Don't sit back as you roll over. Stretch up. Elbows drop down, wrists, fingertips, hands return to your sides. I'm going to clarify that just because as we stretch, right here, reach out over the legs, right? Do not do this, right? Don't stick your butt out. Keep your back straight. The goal for this exercise is to help open the hip and develop that holding skill through the upper body. So when you push your butt out, you do this, you don't get the same result. The way that the muscles are engaged is different. It matters. We pay attention. I want to talk about this for just a second as we get started. We want to pay attention to where the body is and how we are using the different muscle groups. It matters to both the ability, the physical ability to do the move, and to the intent behind the move. If we're doing something that is out of place, our body alignment can't be in place, right? The way that we engage the muscles matters, right? I want to raise my hand. I can think about my wrist is going up. The actual effort to do this, right here. If we're not paying attention, then we don't find where those controls are. And just a bunch of stuff you can't do. Okay? It's moving my wrist, nothing behind it. There was a whole lot more behind that. And I'm going to stop talking. I was to point out, there are some things that I can show that don't render as well on video as they do in person. There are some things that I can do in person that you would see this, raise the hand. I could have you put your hand right here on my arm, and as I bring my wrist up, right, you would feel it. And the second one, you would feel that too. And you would be able to know the difference. That interaction, in the classics, sometimes they call that the direct transmission. Ooh, had somebody contact me some years ago. They were going to send me the secrets of the internal arts via email, direct transmission. All I needed was 500 euros. I said, and they'd send me the direct transmission. No. No. Not. All right. That use of touch, our human sense of touch, is what we're talking about. Being in the same room, you can touch my arm. I can't do that on video. Okay? I can, again, with corrections, if you're standing here, I could do this, I might do that. Just to touch. That's all you need to make that correction. Can't do that way. So I need to explain what we're doing. Verbally, you can understand some of it. Physically, you can see what I'm doing. And as that skill develops, as you develop that understanding, as you develop that skill, you begin to apply it. Some of these things will start to become not only apparent, but second nature for you in your own practice. You have to apply what we're doing, but it starts to become second nature. Raise my hand? No, that's my hand. If I want my hand to come up, sink the foot. Sink and raise the hand. And yeah, that turn is there. I talk about this frequently. It's the whole body that participates, not a hand or foot, this or that. The whole body is engaged. The skill A couple of things I was going to say there, but I'm saying the skill to engage the whole body. Everything works all together all at the same time is what we are working for in this class and in every class that I teach. Santi Bull, 45 seconds. Left foot front, right foot back. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Sink, step back, set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Sink and come on up. I did not give you any time. Find a position to check your position. Hit the mark. It's one of those days. It's one of those days for me. All right, that idea. Hit your mark. Practice it. Do it again. Practice it again. Hit your mark. Every time. No, it's not easy. It's not. Once you find it, once you find that correct position, similar to what I talked about yesterday, hit the mark. When you hit it, stop. Appreciate that you did that. Hey, I did it. Yay, great. Yeah, seriously, appreciate that you did it. Because that reinforces your own learning. So that next time, there's a much greater chance that you're going to hit your mark again. If you keep doing that, you don't need to make any adjustments. It's just there. Okay. That level of skill doesn't take years. It can take months. Not weeks, months. Okay. The more you practice, the easier it gets. As you develop that skill and you retain it, you build on it. You ready? Seriously. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Simple, direct, precise, and you hit the mark. That is a big part of what we want to develop in Xingyi. We don't have that nice flowing, yeah, I'm going here, I'm going there, I'm going. We don't do that in Xingyi. That's Tai Chi. And there's a fundamental difference between how we move in Tai Chi versus Xingyi. Tai Chi is indirect. Xingyi, straight to the mark. Tai Chi's going to hit this. Tai Chi maybe I'm coming around this way, and I'm coming around this way. Xingyi is I'm going there. Right? That direct, focused effort and concentration is what we want to build. Alright, we have monkey. I did a few things with this yesterday, and you watched the tape from yesterday, watch the recording from yesterday, you will see me making a whole bunch of mistakes. And I talked about this as number one, it's practice. Number two, I'm not perfect. And number three, how do we learn? How do we learn and how do we relearn? Not what, how. What's that process look like? Excuse me. And yeah, I still have an injury I have to pay attention to. So, what's that process look like? How do we learn? What are we going to do? Right? What are we going to do? How do we learn what to do? Went through that quite a bit yesterday. Probably not going to do that. I'm going to try not to be doing that today, okay? So, we have, yeah, I'm going to start here. Turn, step up, down, and then we step up again, right hand out. That right hand out, and you saw me stop and think about it. That is exactly how we learn. Okay, I'm here. Now, I know that if I stop and think about it, right, from here, this hand comes up, all right, as I step up, and keep the knee in, right? Grab, extend, except the whole hand, right? A little bit of a curve in the hand. As the hand comes out, it's not stiff. It's not stiff fingers. No. A little bit of a curve. So that if I was going to grab something, I could. If I was going to extend my fingers into something, I could. That curve through the palm makes the hand stronger. As we come up, that sense of opposing force, right? So I'm here, this comes out, this sinks. Everything sinks down so that this is solid. And you don't want this. Okay? No. Pay attention, this is we want to think about application. So a little bit round, a little bit round. We don't ever do this. No. This is sticking out, and this is closed. No. A little bit of rounding, just a little. Not this, not like this, no. I've seen people do that. Round it through the back. Yeah, round it through the back. Hey, let's do this. No. No. That curve wraps from the spine to the shoulders. And it's small. It's not, oh, let me hunch my back and have my curved shoulder. No. Don't do that. Don't do this either. Okay? No. Down. Slightly curved in as you bring the arms in. With the idea that I'm going forward and I could grab something here. I'm going forward and I could extend into something. Right? This combination, down, up, back, and forth. Right? I'm going to do this slowly. Not too slow. Down, up, back. That happens quickly. It's not nearly as slow as what I'm doing right now. Using that, from here, do this with me. All the way down the left. Right foot on the ball of the foot. Right hand up by your ear. Left hand under the elbow at the hip. Step forward with the right foot. Each one. Now, we have an opportunity here to step forward again as we move through. We can also simply come up. My practice and what I have in my notes allows for both. Now, with the idea that I'm moving, I need to be able to direct that energy in that movement, right? So if I'm here, right, wrong foot, I'm here. I'm going to step forward and up. That one opportunity. Here. I want to cover more space. If I'm moving more quickly, if I'm doing the whole form, I will take that step. I will. If I'm slowing it down to analyze the movement, to pay attention to what the body dynamic is, to pay attention to the application, I may not take that step. In practice, in application, not in practice, in application, what's the distance that I need to cover? If I'm here, that's the distance I need to cover. All right? I'm here. I need to cover more distance. All right? I'm here. Step up. Right? Opportunity. Come here. All right? What how much space, what distance do I need to cover? As we pay attention to this opportunity, we also pay attention to stepping method, right? As I come out here, front foot carries forward. We don't change the feet. Keep going. Stepping back has a similar, this monkey grabs the rope, right? Has a similar idea behind. How much distance, how far back am I going to step? How much distance am I going to cover? Right? Yeah, I'm going to do that again. Alright. What about, excuse me, little shift over to one side there. Do this again. From here, step up, and back. What's the feeling behind that? From here, this is very light. A little more emphasis. A little more emphasis. That drop here, everything drops. Bring this in hard and down. Here. There's an application there, and we use that. Monkey grabs a rope, bring it down. That intent behind. So I was talking about at the beginning, I raise my wrist, and whole body. Everything comes down. All right? Now, that bend, it does go all the way to the floor. In my own practice, I'm working on it, but it's not quite there yet. In your practice, same idea. If you have the physical facility, your hips are good, your body's good, everything's good, as you step back, all the way down, and you don't get to stick your butt out, not like I just did. Right? This has to come down. No leaning. That level takes some skill. That up and down, knees, hips, body placement, being able to support the torso, and understanding that dynamic, that I do want to go all the way down because whatever I've got hold of is going down. They going with me. Come on. That sense of, again, that sense of placement, that sense of dynamic. What am I doing here? And what am I doing here? Not wobbling. Don't wobble. All right, hang on. This is kind of the fun part for me. All right, so what do I do here? How do I manage this? And that, going back to the very beginning of this class when I talked about hitting the mark. Where's your mark? What did I do just now that was off so that I wobbled? What did I do? Could you see it? I can tell you. I'm going to tell you. It's my foot. When I put my foot down, when I took that step, I didn't place my foot well. I did this. Not quite that much, but enough that it threw me off. If I didn't pay attention, if I wasn't paying attention, if I didn't know what I did, I couldn't correct it. I would just, I'm wobbly, I don't know. That looking at what you're doing, feeling what's going on as you move, it's how we learn. Better. Foot position was a lot better. It was. As we work through this, set and grab. All right. This whole sequence, slowly. Right to front, left to back. And sink. Sink and pull down to the left. Turn the right toes, walk around. Set. Forward. Take that step. Forward again. Sit back. Right hand up. We go through this a couple more times. Pay attention to body alignment through your torso as we turn and as we move up and down. Keep this engaged and keep it quiet. No funny stuff with it. Don't do that. There's no funny stuff. We don't do that. We don't. That I do. That I do. Not with the shoulders so much. We do that. I'm going to get to it. Right foot front, left foot back. Turn left. Sink. Turn the right toes. Step around. Forward. Step up. Left hand out. Step back, pull in with the right. Step out with the right hand. We're going to do more of that in just a second. Back in. Right foot front, left foot back. Pull down. Turn to the left. Turn the right toes. Step around. Peach wine. Step up. Pull in. Right hand out. Don't lean. Again, I hit the outside of my foot as I came up. And correcting it pushed me off to the other side just a little bit. And I had to correct for that. I started this class yesterday and today with the idea that I am not perfect. Nobody is. You can see Grandmaster so-and-so on his video, but usually it's him. Grandmaster so-and-so on his video, doing everything perfectly. takes did he need to get that? Could have been one. Prepare, how we're going to do it. It could have been, hey, let's shoot this. I'm ready. I don't know. I know from my own experience and what I've done, there are those days when I am just right on point. Those are the best days for me to record because everything's perfect. When it's not perfect, what do? And that sense of I'm perfect and you're not, that needs to go out the window. I don't know. The practice, the study, the teachers who have the skills, and the culture from which these skills originate all give some of those teachers a huge advantage. My teacher, he started when he was a little guy. Stories that he told me, he was like 4 or 5 years old and he loved martial arts, he wanted to go do stuff. Started when he was 6. He began to start learning when he was 6 years old. And he kept going. And he didn't just scratch the surface. He didn't. That culture helped him develop his skills to a level that is very difficult to achieve today. I can talk about that at length. Part of that came to me because the effort that I made to go and learn. And I went through some things. I went through some things to be able to go and learn. That experience, in addition to the things that I learned, informs how I learned and what and how I teach. If we only look at the person who started when they were a small child and has preserved their practice and kept teaching and kept doing things for 50 years. Well, in his case, it's over 60. It's over 60 years. That level of skill I'm just starting out, teacher. What do I do? Well, do this. Not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm just starting out, teacher. What do I do? Pay attention to your breathing. Pay attention to your posture. Pay attention to your physical body. Start there. I'm perfect. I'm wonderful. I can do everything perfectly every time. No, I can't. I can't. I can't. I've seen my teacher do things that aren't perfect. He's good. He's really good. But he's human. And that That's kind of my point. We're human. We get up and we feel different on different days. We do things differently on different days. And how we learn, how we perfect what we're doing, how, is how we develop the skills that we're working on right here. All right. Let's do it again. Right foot front, left foot back. And I'm going to keep going now. Well, we're going to do this. Let's do this 3 times. Just this first part. Ready? Pull down. Turn the toes. Step around. Step up. Left hand, pull back, right hand, come out, right hand. Watch the knee. Part of my, I'm going to mention this. Part of my mistake here comes from ballet. We don't do this in ballet. We don't. We do this. Okay? So, that's me. Correct move. Right here. This comes up. And yes, there is an application there. How close am I? Right? How close am I? Right? What are the possible? Because we don't think about, I'm going to do this one thing to this one thing to this one thing. We don't. I never have and I never will, and I don't teach that way. This one thing does not this one thing. This one thing has 5, 6, 10, 20 different possible applications. What are the opportunities? What might this hand do? What might this knee do? What am I doing over here? What are the possible things that go with this particular movement? Okay? That this one thing does this one thing, does this one thing, does this one thing, which is a method of teaching that some systems use, does not belong here. The skill that we want to develop is so much more than this one thing, this one thing, this one thing. That holistic sense of my whole body moves, everything goes, with the intent, with the breath, with the energy, matters. This art requires. Let me do it one more time. Here. Pull down. Turn the toes. Come around. Step. Step again. Left. Pull back right. Up on the right. One more time. Pull down. Turn the toes. Step around. Step up. Step up again. Pull back. Come out. Monkey. All right. I'm here. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the next step? Excuse me. walk through it 2 times. We'll start here. Right hand comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Just walking through it. Set back. Right hand up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right foot, right hand front. We're going to turn around. We're going to jump turn. We got a jump turn, right? One more time. Pull in. Come up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 steps, 4 hands. Okay, I'm here. We just did this. We went 1, 2, 3, excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4. As I come up, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. Come up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. Come up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Relax for a minute. That idea behind. Think about small monkey scurrying around. Southeast Asia. If you're looking for pictures of this monkey, Southeast Asia is the place to look. Little ones, small ones, snatch and grab, run away. That's what we're looking at. That is the kind of movement that we want to imitate. Yeah, I'm not all that great at this particular one. Tiger? Yeah, not a problem. Horse? I'm good. Monkey? Meh. Right? Everyone has some facility with a certain type of movement or several certain types of movement. Not so much with others. We learn this. As we develop our skills, we have to. As a teacher, I look at what people are doing. I have to. I'm going to give you corrections. I'm going to help you learn. I can see when somebody likes the movement that they're doing. Yeah, this feels great. I'm going to do this. I can see when they don't. I don't know what am I doing. I don't like this. This doesn't feel good. Right? I can see that. There is a human quality that as we do certain kinds of movements, as we feel our way through what we are physically doing, there are some things that we like. And most often, those are the things that we can be good at. We want to develop those skills. We don't want to just ignore what we're not good at. That's how you develop better. That's how you develop more skills. That's how you develop better skills. That's how you improve your practice, is doing things that you're not comfortable with. And there will be those. Right here. Being a monkey. Not great. But I learned how to do it. And that made me a better artist. That gave me an understanding that I didn't have if I hadn't tried. Yeah, I am never going to go and learn a monkey system. Even 20 years ago, I was never going to go learn monkey. Not me. Wasn't me. Now, when he was real little, my grandson might have been able to do it. He'd had to start when he was small. Because he had that facility of movement. And he had the personality that might go with. That is something I haven't really talked about very much. And it's something that is also incredibly important to your own practice. Just for a second. When I started with Tai Chi. Tai Chi reminded me of dance, and I like dance. I was never good at jumping. I was never good at the quick steps. I was always very good at the slow, controlled movements. I had the holding strength, and it felt good. That's why I started with Tai Chi. It was slow. It required holding strength. And it had that fluid rhythm that I so appreciated from dance. As I developed my skills, as I got deeper into the art, as I developed my understanding of the art, I wanted to learn more. I wanted to broaden my skills. I wanted to have more depth. And that's part of what led me back in 1990 to go to China to try and find a teacher who I could learn from. I took a couple tries, but I found one. And I studied with him for close to 30 years. That effort informs my practice. If I hadn't done that, I'm serious, if I had not done that, I would not be here today. And I'm not saying this out of, oh, well, yeah, she did that, oh, yeah. No. That's not my message. Who you are, your practice, what you do, and the effort that you make, that's yours. 6 months, 6 years, 26 years later, you look back at what you did. That's your practice. Some of what I've learned, I hope, will inform your practice. But my practice is never going to be yours. Yours is always going to be yours. And I know I'm beating up on this a bit, but this making it your own matters so very much to whatever you're going to do with this art. Follow me. I'm here. Follow me. Do what I do. That's how you start. Think about it. Second step. How does it feel to you? What's that feel like? What are you doing in that move? No, seriously, what are you particularly physically doing in that move? Analyze it. Repeat it. Analyze it again. What should you be doing? What are the principles behind the form? Not go back and look at the video and see what the teacher did. Apply the knowledge yourself. What are the principles that I should be applying? What's the direction of movement? What's the direction of force? Where are my hands and feet supposed to be? What is the intent behind this move? What is the character? What is the nature of this particular movement? What might I be doing? What are the opportunities for application that I might be doing in this move? What's the direction of energy? What's the direction of force? You don't need me. Once you know those things, you don't need me. You need to apply that knowledge. That's how you learn. That's how humans learn. We take that, we apply it, we look at it again, we go back and check. Is that right? Is that right? Is that right? Yes, it is. Is that right? Yes, it is. Is that right? Yes, it is. Is that right? Nope. Fix it. That process will take you from a beginner to an advanced practitioner. If you don't pay attention, you ain't gonna get there. Not gonna happen. The principles that guide it. I'm talking today. I had a student come to me one time, and he had been studying with somebody else, not internal art, something else. He had pages of notes on the particular angle for his fingers, and the particular this, and the particular that, and this move here, and this move here, and this application, and this goes here, and this goes there. All of these little tiny details. And none of his movements were complete. It was all the tiny details. Once he understood that when you're paying attention to the physical movement, you do want to pay attention to some of those details. Most of them, not all of them, most of them. Once you start actually practicing, you pay attention to the principles behind the form. My hand comes out here. Pay attention. And here. Just the right hand. Right? Right hand. Circles. Keep the thumb in. Keep the fingers rounded. Turn the arm. Pull it in. Keep the fingers. Pay attention to the fingers out here. Pay attention to your fingers. Fingers got to go out. Fingers got to go out. You got to be able to go the fingers out. And push out through the elbow. Right? And paying attention to the hand. Hand. Oh. Hand is important. Hand is important. Push out. Push the hand out. Notice that I haven't done anything else with my body. It just fits. Okay? That's got nothing behind it. There's nothing there. It's just however strong your hand is and however much force you can put from your elbow to your forearm. Student was paying attention to that. I said, no. You pay attention to the whole body. This doesn't drive from the wrist. It drives from the back leg as you come up. Oh! Everything all together, all at the same time, going in one direction with intent. I'm not fiddling with my hand and fingers no more. I'm not. I know what they should do. Rounded. A little bit of curve, not flat. Know this. It's here. Just a little bit, not a lot. It's not this. Right? No, we're not using a wrist this time. We could. Not this time. That I could grab, or I could go in. Either one needs to be possible. My hand's like this, it's not happening. I can't grab anything from here. If I have this, I'm going to break one of my fingers. I am. If I hit something with this, I will break my fingers. I don't want that. I want this. Rounded, connected, and open to the opportunity. What is the opportunity here? What might I be able to do? Not, I must do this one thing. What might I be able to do? How does my physical posture and my physical movement contribute to what I might be able to do? Pull in. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down. And jump. Left foot front. We land here. It's up and down. That idea that I was talking about, keeping everything connected, keep the torso connected, keep it quiet. Still moving, still engaged. Keep it quiet. So that as we're doing these turns, as we're going up and down, and up and down, as we're moving through these sets, this is working. It doesn't throw you off balance. And lower time again. All right, let's do this 3 times. All the way through, walking. So 4 and 4. Ready? Turn the right toes, step around. Step through. Step up again, the left hand out, right hand back. Pull the right in. Right hand comes from under, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. Turn. Step. Step up. Pull in. Step out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. Out. Step up. And back. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Came out the wrong hand. I did. I came out the wrong hand. 4. No. 4. Again. Sink. Pull in. Turn. Step out. Step up. Pull back. Right hand. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. As we step up here. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4. There, do it with me. I'm going to come out here. Step up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2-step. Sink. Come on up. Hands go quick. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Circle. It's here. If you try to do this with just your hands, you will fail. It has to come through the whole body. No. No. That connection through the body and the ability to connect internally gives us this move. One more time. Sink. Ready. Come up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Prompt, sudden, complete. I'm going to review most of this again tomorrow. I will also do a little bit more to introduce this turn. From here, pull in, ready, and jump. Hit the position. Hit your mark. Turning, and turn again. This series, we're going to do it to the other side. So, where we've stepped back here, we're here. Yeah. Step left. And go to the other side. That I will cover next week. So I'm going to cover this first part now. Review it again tomorrow. The turnaround I will cover next week. And the week after will be the ending of Xingyi's 12 Animals. We go back to the beginning for several of the moves. After monkey, there are 4 more moves, which we have already done. We repeat and close the form. The following week, the last week of June, or the last week of June, I'll do some review, try and put some of these different moves into context, a little bit more analysis, and a little bit more refinement of how we work with Xingyi. I'll be back tomorrow with Wudang Qigong, basic sets, and the advanced sets on Friday. I hope you'll join me. Thank you. I appreciate y'all being here.